Good evening, sports fans, and welcome in. The John Glenn Muskies were the big school champs of the MVL. On Wednesday, they opened up sectional play in hopes of making another deep postseason run. John Glenn taking on Cambridge, bottom of the first inning. Hannah Bendel crushes one to deep center field and over the wall. Look at this. Lucky fan gets a souvenir on the home run to center. Muskies get off to an early 1-0 lead. Now in the second inning, same score with a runner on. Estelle Matheny gets a hold of one. A rise ball to right field smacks off the base of the fence. Nearly a homer. Libby Brown scores. John Glenn now leads by 2 on the RBI triple. Sydney Marshall had a bases loaded jam in the third inning, but throws the fastball right by Kent Worthy for strike 3, leaving the runners stranded. And we mentioned Marshall. He's the Muskie star is very versatile. Bottom of the third, after the strikeout in the circle, Marshall ropes the ground ball into the outfield, bringing home Hannah Bendel, making it a 3-0 game. Cut to the seventh when things matter. Muskies up 4. Marshall gets the ground out to first to end the game. She threw a complete game shutout with 15 strikeouts. A reminder, softball 7 innings, there's 21 outs recorded. She had 15 of those herself. John Glenn wins 4-0 and are sectional champs. Now over to West Muskingum hosting West Holmes at the bottom of the first inning. Kate Foster at the plate hits this one right in the gap of the infield and rolls out to center. She gets the base runner into scoring position. 2 batters later, after a walk, it's bases loaded, and Lydia Huey sends this one to center field. That would bring in a runner for the first run of the game. 1-0 Lady Tornadoes. Now as Zoe settles at the plate, she hits it in the gap of first and second, and that would bring in another base runner. It's now a 3-0 lead for West Muskingum. Skip to the second inning, back up towards the top of the lineup, and Gabby Hammer does exactly what her name is. Hammers it past the third baseman. Little too hot to handle for the outfielder. This goes as a single, but the Tornadoes couldn't take advantage. To the third inning we go. Foster back up to bat. She puts it in almost the same exact spot as it goes down for another single on the stat sheet. 2 batters later, Huey back up, and boy, does she deliver. She puts it down the middle of the plate, and you could say see you later to that one as that clears the fences for a 2-run homer as she propels West Muskingum to a 7-1 lead. They cruise to victory over West Holmes to win 8-6. It's their first sectional title win since 1980. And a look at the rest of the scores from the sectional softball action tonight. Morgan beat Riverview 10-0, ending the Black Bears season. Olentangy beat Tri-Valley 6-5. Scotty's season comes to an end. Sheridan beat Gallia 11-3. Indian Valley beat Philo 13-3. Dover shut out Maysville 16-0. Fairland also won via a shutout over New Lexington 4-0. Shenandoah beat Toronto 2-0. And on the baseball side, these games are not the sectionals just yet. Sheridan beat Westfall 15-10. Meadowbrook beat John Glenn 6-2. Crooksville got the best of Maysville 7-3. Rosecrans a narrow 1-run win over West Muskingum 9-8. Heath beat New Lexington 6-4. Northridge beat Zanesville 5-4. And we now have crowned our MVL champs for both divisions in baseball. So let's take a look at the MVL standings. We start in the big school with the Sheridan Generals going back-to-back big school champs, 21-4 overall, 15-1 in the division. Coming in at second is the Tri-Valley, who are 15-2 overall, 12-3 in division play. Riverview right behind them at 14-5 this season, 12-4 in MVL. Coming in at fourth are the Philo Electrics. John Glenn in at 5. Maysville rounds out the big school. Now over to the small school division, we have 2 champions as New Lexington and Coshocton have tied in the MVL with an identical 11-5 record. New Lex takes the standings lead due to a better overall record at 13-6. Congrats to those 2 teams for winning a share of the title. Coming in at third, the Morgan Raiders at 12-7 overall, 9-7 in league play. West Muskingum comes in at fourth with an overall record of 7-13, 5-10 in the MVL. Meadowbrook in at 5, and coming in last, Crooksville, who has 2 wins on the year, one of those in the MVL. And the Muskingum Fighting Muskies announced their 2023 schedule. Muskingum kicks off the 2023 season on Saturday, September 2nd, when they host Ferrum. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. in that one. The Fighting Muskies then hit the road for 3 straight games before returning home at the end of the month against Heidelberg. West Muskingum will have 1 game under the lights when they welcome Baldwin Wallace to town on October 14th for the 101st homecoming game. Senior Day is scheduled for Saturday, November 4th, when Muskingum takes on Wilmington. Muskingum finished with a record of 5-5 last year, which was the program's second straight 5-win season. The team's 5-5 record also marked the first time Muskingum tallied at least 5 wins in back-to-back seasons since 1995 and 96. That's all for sports. We'll be back after this.